and welcome everyone back to the real Samantha. Welcome. This video, I want to talk a little bit about facing your fears, and I want to try to get you guys to, or at least encourage you guys to get started in achieving your goals, right? Because that's what this life is about. You know, we all get one life, and we need to make sure that we are keeping ourselves happy and the people around us happy if we could. You know, sometimes we can't. But again, it's about facing your fears and getting those goals that you have that you want to achieve. If you have a hobby in mind that you never tried, to get you to get started. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, a little bit of my backstory, even in terms of my YouTube journey so far. I've been, working with a lot of people in terms of communicating and things like that. In my everyday job, I do a lot of communicating and things like that. And I was encouraged from a lot of people who I deal with on an everyday basis that told me, like, listen, Smith, why don't you do something, on YouTube? You've been through a lot. You taught me a lot, and I think that you have a great voice, and maybe you'll be great for YouTube, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, until one day, I was actually traveling. Me and my family were traveling, whatever, and I ended up running across a person who I had worked with years ago, and she came to me. She's like, "You don't remember me? You don't remember me?" So I'm looking at her like, "No, no." She's like, "Oh, you were my boss and blah, blah, blah." And, she gave me all of these, these great accolades and things like that. She told me, how much I encouraged her and, where she are right now in her life and things like that. So it kind of got my mind going about whether to do this YouTube thing or not, right? And, but as I thought about it, I took some of my own advice, in which I'm going to tell you about what I did. I began to kind of like peel back the layers of, my personality, how I grew up and things like that, and like I said, we're going to do more videos about my personal journey, but today is all about facing your fears. So today I want to talk to you about how to get closer to your dreams and your goals. Just what are some of the things I normally do or do when there's something that I want and want it bad and want it now, that kind of thing. I have like a little routine that I do, and I want to share it with you today. And I just hope that you're able to get some encouragement from this video and to kind of look at yourself and say, you know what, I want to try it. I want to do what I said I want to do. Okay. So again, getting back to me doing YouTube, right? I was in fear of not knowing what people are going to say, what people are going to do, the negative comments. Am I ready for a negative comment? Things like that, and just fear judgment of people who I work with who may see me one way, but then maybe see me differently on this video and things like that. In my everyday life, I love people. I like to talk. I like to have everybody happy around me. I try to be that go-to person if you have questions or concerns and things like that. So today I want to talk to you about my routine. Normally what I do is, if I have a goal that I want to achieve, like for one, I would like to own my own house, right? This is where I'm at right now in my life, where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm ready to take that leap and just do it, right? So what I normally do is I write down what I want to do. I put it at the top of my paper. Own a house. Just that simple. So if you have a goal or a dream or a hobby that you're trying to get into, write it at the top of your list. Get a pen and paper, just write it down. It could be on your wall. It could be a notebook. It could be your kid's notebook. Find some place where you can write it down. It's also good, like if you also have a blackboard or a chalkboard or some kind of a board where you can write things down or take notes on or that kind of thing. If you have that, that's great. You don't necessarily need that for what I'm about to tell you. But getting back to what I used to do or what I do, I write it down. I write at the top of the paper what I do. On one side of the paper, I write down all the things that I think that I need to do in order to achieve it, right? On the other side, I write down what some of the things that will stop me from achieving it, right? Some of the things that can stop me, of course, could be finance, it could be me losing work, losing my job, or losing, certain things that normally keep me happy on an everyday basis, right? So write down all the negatives. Write down all the negatives, right? My main focus today is that we're not going to focus on the negative. We're going to focus on how can we get to this dream, this goal, this hobby that we're trying to achieve, right? So we want to write that first step. The first step is, right, I want you to do is to write down where you are right now. You need to really sit down, center yourself, realize where you are right now, okay? So if you don't have a whole lot of money in the bank, you don't have a whole lot of money saved, right? So what you want to do is first you need to find out, where can I go to get the information on getting the house, right? You can go to your local bank just to talk to a financial advisor, or, whoever they have in finance and within the bank, right? Let them know about your goal, right? The other, we're going to talk a little bit further about that by communicating with other people. So, you need to just take those little first steps about, let's say, like for instance, let's focus on the housing, right? You go to the bank, you've got your questions down. You're like, okay, what is it I need? What kind of credit score do I need? How much I need to have saved? What are some of the benefits of having a house? What are some of the things I need to, so you want to basically just do your research as much as you can. Read as much as you can about the housing market. You want to make sure that you set yourself up for success. But again, know that you don't have all the answers, okay? It's okay that you don't know. The thing which you need to get centered is, what are the things I need to know? You need to know how to maintain a house, okay? How ownership. Where am I at right now in terms of my finances? In terms of my job or career, or where you are in that, is it a steady income? Are you looking for a second income? So it's all those things. So you need to make sure that you do your research on things that's going to bring you more information. You want to be the most informed about how to achieve my goal, right? So again, to do that, you need to open up and communicate with other people. You need to make sure that you're talking to the right people. Who are the right people? You don't know. So again, you want to talk to those friends and family of yours. You want to go to your local bank. You want to make sure that, whoever's in a position that you want to get in, talk to some of those people. So maybe I need to talk to a person who owns a house, right? A owner. You could go up to them and say, listen, I'm looking to buy a home. What did you do? Where do you think, you can explain to them your situation and say, okay, you know what? How can I get to where you are? How did you do it? And kind of get sort of like a mentor relationship kind of going. You can even straight up and ask them, listen, would you mind being my mentor in this process? I'm trying to get this done. This is where I am. Start there, but you need to start to open up and communicate with other people. You never know who's out there who have the answers for you, who can help you, who can get you to your next step that's on your list. You know what I mean? And so you have to open up and communicate, but you have to put the work in to get those things done. And what I mean by putting the work in, I mean going out and going to the bank, talking to somebody who has a house already, making those friends and family with people who a real estate agent, going to a company, going to I think near us is like they got Coldwell, and there's a couple of like realty places and things like that. Going to the office, talk to somebody there, say, you know what, this is what I'm trying to do. This is where I am right now. This is what I have. This is what I'm trying to be. How can you help me? So again, you want to put the legwork in, the footwork, the work in it, right? And what you're going to start to see, the more work that you put in, you're going to start to see you're going to have the little wins, right? But you don't want to let the little wins take over. You want to get yourself to the next step, because again, remember, you made a list. So you get yourself to the next step. It's okay, you know what? I achieved that. Now I'm on number 2. Number 2 is go to a realtor, right? So what you want to do, set yourself up, your day off or anything like that, your free time, go into the office, talk to them, say, listen, this is what I'm trying to do. I would suggest also even to make business cards for yourself. Business cards are sort of like an old school type of communicating with other people, but it's not a bad thing. I want to say, everybody carries a cell phone and everything is an email these days. But a business card itself is something that you can literally give to the next person to say, contact me. If you have a house at this range, or you give them a price range, call me. I'm interested. Right? So, it's all about again getting back to communicating. So make yourself some business cards. So now you have your list of things that you want to achieve, and you have your business cards with you, right? You also want to make sure that you are dressed the part, right? So I want to say, if you are looking to buy a home, you want to make sure that you are in proper attire. And what I mean, but if you got to go in business suit, heels, and everything like that, walk into the bank. Because what I found that along my journey is that people respect you more when you are in the role that you want to become, right? And what I mean, let's say for instance that you want to be a teacher and that kind of thing, you're going for your teaching job, but you got jeans and everything like that on. Your attire and your body language, right, says a lot about yourself before you even open up your mouth. So you want to make sure that you are dressing the part. You want to be taken serious when you walk into these places, and you want people to listen to you. So people respect you more when you are dressed properly, right? We'll talk about that, in another video as well. But now you want to make sure, like I said, you're looking for answers and things like that, and you want to be taken serious. You want to have your questions written down for them before you go into that location, okay? Whether it be the bank or realtor place, things like that. Be ready with your questions that you have to answer with them, because again, you want to be taken serious, okay? Keep that in mind, being taken serious, right? So again, now you're on step number 2 from your list. So now you want to move into step 3. So again, you get these these little wins that's going to happen to you, But again, you don't want it to take over you. You want to make sure you stay focused on achieving your goal, right? So you don't want to get overly excited and things like that. You just want to be humble, move on to the next step, right? You don't want to get happy until you achieve that goal that you want to achieve, okay? So again, the naysayers, don't let them get in your ear. Oh, you can't achieve that. Oh my God, look at where you at. You don't have the money. You don't have this. Don't listen to it. Negativity is going to always be around. But again, as long as you don't feed into it, or don't let it stop you and stop you into, being on your mission to achieving your goal, let people talk. Let people say whatever they want to say. Continue your momentum, okay? Don't let nobody knock you off your path, right? So, those are the things that I like to do. Set myself up for success is basically write it down, write my questions down for before I go into an establishment. I want to be taken serious, so I'm going to make sure I dress the part as well. I want to make sure I speak clearly, and I'll make sure that I'm going to listen clearly. Make sure that you are in a clear head, and if you have to take notes, take a notebook and a pen, write it down, write down what they're saying to you. Take little notes, right? You want to have your business cards again, because again, you want to make sure that you are letting them know that you're serious, and this is the way you can contact me. This is my number. So it might not even be a business card. You can say, you guys can just exchange numbers, cell phone numbers. Say, listen, call me whenever you got something going on, or call me when, something turns up that you think that, that might fit my budget, or my what I'm looking for, type of thing, right? But again, you want to move in a way where you don't have a whole lot of people around you. When you're trying to achieve something, you want to zoom in with 100% focus on your goal, right? And that means that, you got your blockers up. You're going to let the naysayers not get to you. You're going to stay focused on your path. You're going to take the necessary steps to get you what you have to do, right? But again, writing down what you want to achieve and making it happen is 2 different things, right? In order to make it happen, you got to make the first step. They say in the Bible that when you make the first step, God will make the next step. So I want you to walk in faith, walk in the fact that, you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop until you see it happen. That's it. Don't let nobody get in your way. Don't let no schedules get in your way. You take your free day, your free time off. Your days that you have off. Do something else or the next step toward your goal, right? So I hope that these tips that I gave you today will help you. I want to hear some comments from you guys. whether it be bad, good, or indifferent, things like that, you know. But again, you want to stay in faith. You want to, you know, pray on it every day. So, you know what? God help me, you know. A lot of us have people around us, even in our house, who are not supportive, who is not, you know, springboarding you forward, you know, encouraging you. So that's the kind of person I want to be to you guys. I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be your coach. I want to be, you know, the person or the video that you go to say, you know what, I need that dose of that positivity. You know what I mean? So I want everyone to know out there, at the end of the day, your life is up to you. The choices that you make today will affect your future. I want you guys to know that, you know what, you have someone in your corner, and it's the real Sam. You understand? Right? So stay positive, think positive, move positive, keep positive people around you, and pray. You know, pray that God keep you focused. And again, always smile through it, smile through the negativity, and just stay focused. All right. So if you like this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button, and I want you to hit that like button, right? Because I like to be liked, okay? Right? So until the next video, I'll see you guys soon. But have a great day and stay focused.